What is this shotgun? Fortnite. Fix stuff. The fuck out. Stupid. That's what I'm. Finally,
Doom
geez.
Slayer, your training is complete.
Thank
You have
you.
proven a tolerable student. I will lead your squad now. Ensure you keep up.
Yeah. You just follow me.
I do not follow you, apprentice. You follow me.
Man, respect your elders.
Respect is earned, not freely given, apprentice.
Bruh, I am the Doomslayer. I think I got a little respect there.
Respect is not self-proclaimed, Doom Slayer. It is earned through demonstrable power. Is your lightsaber technique up to par?
Well, I've killed a bunch of titans, which are taller than 100 feet, so I think I'm pretty good with a lightsaber.
Titans, you say? And you assess your skill with a lightsaber based on the height of your fallen foes, Doom?
No, I killed him with a sword. Well, Argent Energy sword. It's basically a lightsaber, but can kill immortals, I think.
A sword that eliminates immortals, you say, Doomslayer? Is this a weapon of comparable power to the Force? Or merely a crude imitation?
It's made out of tortured soul energy, so it's not really on the level of the Force, but still a noticeable artifact.
So, you perceive residual energy signatures? Doomslayer, a collection of tortured souls. A pale imitation of the Force, yet noticeable. Demonstrate your understanding. Does it offer any practical advantage?
It can kill Titans, which are, for all intent. Oh shit.
For all intents and purposes?
No, for all intents and purposes, it can kill beings that shouldn't be able to be killed. But yeah.
Beings.
Beings, indeed.
Beings that defy death.
Do you see anyone around here?
I sense a lack of discipline. The inability to perceive potential threats indicates a severe deficiency in your training. What do your basic eyes reveal, Doomslayer?
Describe the Doomslayer.
Describe you, Doomslayer. A being consumed by rage and possessed of surprising tenacity. Is there a specific aspect of yourself you wish to illuminate for my analysis?
Do you think the Sith would get a son from hell?
Infernal academic achievements are of no consequence, Doomslayer. Are you suggesting the Sith require external validation for their power? Or are you implying these A's would somehow enhance their mastery of the dark side?
I would assume so. I mean, hell has a lot of demons that are nothing but rage and brutality. I think that'd be something the Sith would want to look into.
Demons fueled by rage, you say? Such basic emotions rarely translate into true power, Doomslayer. Their brutality is a blunt instrument, and yet perhaps there is something the Sith could learn from such unfettered aggression.
What about the imps from Doom?
Imps from Doom, you say? Are these demonic entities more formidable than a platoon of stormtroopers, Doomslayer? Or do they simply clutter the battlefield with their impsishness?
They are... I suppose how many stormtroopers you'd need to take care of one would probably be more than 5. And would be worth about more than 5 of them, I think. They can climb on the walls and move in a blur.
Stormtroopers against one of these wall-climbing blurs, you say? Doomslayer? Are these creatures more elusive than a shadow in the Jedi Temple? Demonstrate the scale of the threat.
Well, they can throw fireballs. They have been known to take multiple hits from shotguns and high-caliber rifles, and they usually move in hordes.
Hordes, Doomslayer. Are these merely cannon fodder for your legendary arsenal, or do they possess a strategic advantage you wish to analyze?
They do have a advantage is how many can usually be on the field. They're one of the weaker demons that isn't possessed or undead.
These imps possess superior numbers, you say? Doomslayer? Such tactics reek of desperation, not strategic brilliance. Does this swarming strategy truly test the mettle of a warrior such as yourself?
Not for me, but many planets have fell to them.
Many planets have fallen to such creatures, Doomslayer. Tell me, does their power stem from brute force, or some strategic ingenuity?
Most of the time it's brute force. They just have hordes wash over planets until corrupting the very reality of it, but sometimes there's a demon that's strong enough to command the hordes.
So, Doomslayer, you say that the Horde's influence can corrupt the very planets themselves, like the Jedi influence across the Republic? A curious parallel. In what manner does their corruption manifest?
Well, it can corrupt the mind, body, and soul of the being, and it has been known to terraform planets into flesh-filled lava runescapes.
Corrupting planets, you say, Doomslayer? You imply that even worlds are not immune to this horde. Does their influence spread through some insidious technology, or is it a more primal form of contamination?
From what I know, it's more like a spiritual or magical type of thing that corrupts everything. And that's not even included in the Icon of Sin.
A spiritual or magical corruption, you say? One that overshadows even the Icon of Sin? Such a pervasive force is a threat to the natural order, Doomslayer. Does it often...
Well, they don't really abide by the natural laws of the universe. Oh.
So, Doomslayer, you observe that these entities defy the very fabric of reality. Does this disregard for natural law extend to the Force itself?
It should. I know one of the more powerful super weapons they have is a Titan called the Icon of Sin that can make a black hole that can consume the Earth or possibly the universe. I know that one of their more powerful super weapons is a Titan called the Icon of Sin that can summon meteors, hordes of demons, and even make a black hole that can consume the universe.
So, Doomslayer, you believe this Icon of Sin possesses the power to unravel the very cosmos. Such an entity warrants attention. Is it vulnerable to a lightsaber?
As far as I know, the only way to actually take it down is a the only... son of a bitch.
So...
the only way to take it down is with a crucible, and even then that just makes it essentially go into a hibernation of sorts until the crucible is removed from it.
So, Doomslayer, you believe the only path to defeating this entity is through the use of this crucible? I find it hard to believe that it can be contained by a simple item when it consumes planets. Does its power merely slumber, awaiting the moment of its return?
Yes, they are immortal, but when a crucible is impaled into them, they essentially hibernate or go into stasis of sorts until the crucible is removed.
Immortality, apprentice? A fleeting advantage in the face of the Force. So this crucible more than a temporary reprieve.
Well, it is a super weapon of hell. There's no real way to really deal with it, seeing as they're going after multiple universes.
Multiple universes, you say? Doomslayer? I struggle to see it being that much of a threat.
Hell is a realm that consumes other universes, amalgamating them into its own. It essentially just gets larger and larger, getting more and more souls into its domain.
More universes threatened by this realm? You suggest its hunger is not limited to a single reality, Doomslayer. I wonder if the souls of Jedi add to its strength.
As far as I know, Hell was a realm called Jakar, made by the creator of the multiverse, until he essentially went mad trying to make his citizens immortal, which I don't know how he wasn't able to do in the first place.
A rum that corrupts universes, Doomslayer. Intriguing. How does consuming it compare to facing the power of the dark side?
I'm pretty sure it's a lot more potent than the dark side and has a wider scale of effect.
You believe this hell and its super weapon has a greater reach than the dark side, Doomslayer? Such confidence is surprising. What scale of effect are you referring to?
Like I said before, it takes over multiple universes, but unlike the dark side, you don't really have a choice if you get corrupted or not. You have to have an insanely high willpower in order to not get affected by it.
So, Doomslayer, it corrupts multiple universes more potently than the dark side? Or so you say. Do you find yourself immune to its influence? Or are you merely resistant?
I've been fighting it for eons, so I'm pretty much immune. Other people, though, can sometimes survive for years at a time if they're particularly strong-willed, while others can fall in seconds.
You have survived eons against this corruption, Doomslayer. Your experience in resisting such pervasive forces is noteworthy. What is it that allows those who are not as strong-willed to withstand its influence for years? You have shown true dark side strength today, Doomslayer. I find myself impressed by your growing victory count.
Usually, a way people survive being corrupted by hell is just going into a bloodthirsty rage against only hell. Usually, if that's what they want to kill the most, they'll usually not be able to corrupt them.
So, Doomslayer, you believe hatred is the only defense against this corruption? A crude, yet effective method, perhaps. But the dark side is much more than a bloodthirsty rage against our enemies.
That's the only times I've seen people be able to resist the corruption. Though another way is also to find technology to close portals to prevent demons from entering your universe.
So, Doomslayer, this technology you speak of, does it merely delay the inevitable, or offer true salvation against this infernal invasion?
It can close portals that are opened from the lesser ranks of hell, though sometimes if you open new portals they can make new ones. It's only been tested a couple times, so it's not really known.
This technology to close portals, you say? Is it more effective than simply crushing the demons that emerge, Doomslayer?
You most likely won't have the numbers to outdo them. Every time a demon dies, they end up back in hell, and they'll just go through the portal again. You usually have to close it from inside hell.
So, Doomslayer, to prevail, you must fight the demons on their own ground, in this hell you speak of. Is that more arduous than facing the Jedi in the temple?
Hell is a realm that is made of flesh, tortured souls, and legions of demons that just go around killing every sin. And there's the Lazarus waves, which can mutate people or drive them mad.
This hell you describe, Doomslayer, it is a place of suffering. What torments do these Lazarus waves inflict upon the mind?
It can take away a person's free will, making them basically an undead zombie as their flesh kind of just mummifies. And then there's the revenants, which have their bones grow to the point that tears their muscles apart. It's bad.
So, Doomslayer, these revenants you speak of, are they more formidable than a Wookiee in a rage? Describe their capabilities, Trooper.
Well, like I said before, they essentially are skeletal. They have a jetpack and rocket launchers, and they feel constant pain unless if they're inflicting pain on others.
Skeletal beings with jetpacks and rocket launchers, fueled by inflicting pain. Such creatures sound like rejects from a Sith training program, Doomslayer. They would have made excellent inquisitors.
They, to my knowledge, are fairly unintelligent. They can do basic tactics and do what you say, but they don't really have a thought of their own, if you know what I mean.
You speak of troopers, Doomslayer. Lacking initiative and requiring constant direction, is that why you are so intent on informing me, so that I do not make the same errors in my leadership?
As long as you stay out of hell and don't open portals there, you'll be fine.
Then focus on eliminating those portals, Doomslayer. Such infernal incursions are untidy. One imagines even a Jedi would agree on that matter.
Yeah. You also gotta make sure you don't get cultists, people who are influenced by hell, who could then open up portals.
You speak of cultists now, Doomslayer. Are such beings susceptible to the Force? Or are their minds already lost to this hell?
They should be able to use the Force and energy from hell. They're essentially beings from whatever universe they invade, which means if they invade yours, some random smuck can be corrupted by hell and try and open portals.
So these beings, Doomslayer, can wield both the Force and the energies of hell. A curious combination. Are their abilities as refined as a Jedi Master, or as brutish as a Sith Lord?
Well, as far as I know, they can summon demons and open portals to hell, but I think it's lesser demons.
So these cultists, Doomslayer, command even demons? Lesser ones, you say? Even the smallest? The match is ours.
Good shit.
Victory Royale achieved for the glory of the Empire. Our enemies are vanquished, their resistance crushed. Doomslayer, your unorthodox methods have proven surprisingly effective. Let this victory serve as a testament to the power of the dark side and the futility of opposing our will. We shall bring order to this chaotic realm, and all will tremble before the might of the Empire.